Welcome to the home of WWE News, Rumors, and Gossip in real time. Click the bell, subscribe, and turn on all notifications today. Don't forget to become a channel member and send a super thanks donation below. And now, your host. He is the most consistent and dedicated in YouTube history, Seanzviewent.
Now that you have had time to think, you have had time to digest, I want your review of WWE's PLE last night, or yesterday morning, because it was in the morning for many, if not everybody. No matter what time, no matter what date, maybe you saw it live, maybe you saw it on a rerun, maybe you saw it on a replay, maybe you saw it in slow-mo. What did you think about WWE Crown Jewel? A 50,000-foot look at it. What did you think about it? What was the moment of the night? What was the match of the night? We can't really say what was the storyline of the night because all the storylines culminated at WWE Crown Jewel yesterday morning on Saturday. Now, it received a pretty good review from most. But again, most is not what matters to me. What matters to me is all of you. All of you listening to me, hearing me, viewing me. For those of you that are watching me, down below in the comment section, also give a donation, a super thanks donation to help keep me on YouTube because you know all the time, effort, over a decade, over 10 years, I've been doing this for all of you. What struck you? What stood out to you? What was the shock of the night at WWE Crown Jewel last night from Australia? What threw you off? Maybe in a good way, maybe in a bad way. What do you think truly should have main evented WWE Crown Jewel last night? Because you see, we got to look at it from a lot of different ways. We got to look at it from a lot of different perspectives, okay? You got to look at it from a lot of different standpoints, and that would give you your review. Was it hot? Was it steamy? Was it a scorcher? Was it cloudy? Was it rainy? Was it drizzly? Was it dull? Was it boring? What was your overall feelings and your emotions of WWE Crown Jewel last night? Because it all is up to you. Because remember, your view is the only view that matters on this very website, and that is the damn true. As Kurt Angle would say, oh, it's true. It's damn true. And while many on this community want to call me the worst, a clickbaiter, fake, a con artist, you don't know the difference between a lie and rumor. You don't know the difference between clickbait and speculation. You don't know the difference between hearsay and clickbait. You just don't get it. But for those of you that understand the difference between rumors, news, and gossip, you can call it a lie. You can call it a phi. The fact of the matter is I come on here and I deliver the news and the rumors that is online, okay? And I add in the expertise. I add in the exclusives. I add in the updates, okay? Now let's get into the motivating WWE news, rumors, and headlines as we bring to you every day prominently. Kiera Hogan confirms exit from the wrestling world. Kiera Hogan confirms exit from AEW. Is Kiera Hogan planning to come to the WWE? Your thoughts, your comments, and your opinions, your emotions on all of that. Also, WWE is being criticized after cutting a pregnant talent, Kylie Ray, amid developmental releases in the company. Yes, you are hearing right. WWE is now being criticized after cutting a pregnant talent. Now listen, we have seen girls, we have seen women, we have seen females pregnant in the WWE before on the main roster. Nikki Bella, Becky Lynch, just to name a couple. And guess what? The WWE didn't cut them. The WWE didn't fire them. And again, we have seen many girls, many females, many women in the WWE that were on the main roster that became pregnant. But at that point, they were not released. But someone like Kylie Ray gets released from the WWE. Is the WWE right to be criticized in this? Also, Stephanie Victor's WWE Crown Jewel match is being slammed as bathroom break by popular journalists online. Now, here's the thing. We have seen a lot better. We have seen better. Excuse me, not a lot better. There's no more. I used to say more better. It's better. We have seen better from Stephanie McCurry and Tiffany Stratton. Some would say the wrong girl won. The wrong woman got the W on that night. I would have much rather preferred Tiffany Stratton getting the win, getting the victory. But of course, the WWE seems to be well behind Stephanie McCurry. Listen, I got no problem with Stephanie McCurry. No problem at all, okay? I have no problem with her. It just, to me, that Tiffany Stratton is the all-around better in-ring competitor. But again, it is what it is. Also, why is the WWE being accused? Again, it seems like the WWE is being accused a lot these days of different things. And now they are being accused once again because according to those that know coming in this morning, WWE is being accused of lowering the crowd audio after U.S. national anthem got booed at Crown Jewel in Australia. Your thoughts, your comments, your opinions, your vibes on all of that. Listen, you're going to sing the national anthem in another country. Home away from home, a different backyard, it's obviously not going to get treated with the kind of respect, the kind of mutual admiration that it would get if it were actually in the United States, if it were actually in the USA. But then, it all boils down to respect, okay? And some would say that was a very disrespectful thing by booing the U.S. national anthem. But again, it was in Australia. Also, additional, guys, we got breaking news again. This is why we do multiple videos a day, and we also honor those that have been lost, who have passed away, who are not doing well, who are on their deathbed. We didn't expect Hulk Hogan to die. We didn't expect or anticipate the Macho Man to die when he did. But, ladies and gentlemen, to add into this, we have seen multiple wrestlers let go. We have seen multiple wrestlers released this week. Just in the month of October alone, we have seen many let go by the WWE. Well, ladies and gentlemen, if you think that was it, if you think that was all, the WWE are now planning to fire more. Yes, sadly and unfortunately, WWE has started its latest round of roster cuts, and usually the WWE does this around spring cleaning. Oh, it's time to cut and trim the fat, but that's during when the WWE, it's autumn right now, right? It's autumn. It's not even spring right now, but yet the WWE has started its latest round of roster cuts, according to those who know, a process that the WWE typically carries out every spring and fall. Last week, several wrestlers were released, and they were told that their contracts won't be renewed, marking the beginning of the fall cycle. And again, I guess it happens in the fall, autumn, whatever you want to call it, whatever alias you want to go by. But the bottom line is this is awful and this is tragic because this means that there are men and women without jobs. They perhaps have families to feed. The list of names include former NXT North American champion Wes Lee, which I think was horrible to let go of Wes Lee, guys. And again, we're just going over this game. We're just trying to bring you up to speed. I could not believe they let go of Wes Lee. But these developmental brands include NXT, Evolve, LFG, and the ID program of WWE. Lance Anoa'i got released. Even Lance is gone. Anoa'i, former Evolve general manager. Stevie Turner, gone. Zara, gone. Kylie Ray, as we know, gone. WWE ID Women's Champion. However, the process isn't over yet, viewers. Yes, the process isn't over yet. According to Brian Alvarez of the Wrestling Observer Radio, more releases could be coming this week. Alvarez noted that the cuts were not budget-related, explaining WWE currently has over 130 names in developmental and continues to hire regularly. If someone isn't progressing fast enough or seen as suitable for the main roster, they're released to make room for new prospects. Body Sam Plus recently reported that the company has renewed the ID contract of WWE Evolve champion Jackson Drake, who was initially rumored to be let go or released, but Jackson Drake appears as if he is still in the WWE. Your thoughts, your comments, your opinions, and your emotions on all of that. Also, we are receiving word right now, breaking news on the Survivor Series. Cody Rhodes, as we all know, defeated Drew McIntyre in the main event of WrestlePalooza last month to retain the undisputed WWE title. The next feud for the American Nightmare has been revealed after he is done with the Vision's leader. According to the Wrestling Observer newsletter, Rhodes will put the undisputed WWE title on the line against Drew McIntyre or Jacob Fatu at Survivor Series War Games in San Diego. The report also stated that McIntyre and Fatu are set to have a #1 contenders match for the title on Saturday night's main event on November the 1. And it will be a November to remember at that point and at that stage. WWE has announced that McIntyre versus Fatu for the SmackDown after Crown Jewel. It seems like a rematch will come after their encounter Friday night. Jacob Fatu already made it clear on SmackDown this week that he wants Cody Rhodes and he wants the WWE title, while Drew McIntyre has had his sights set on it for months. Also, we got breaking news as it concerns the WWE World Heavyweight Championship. The second last Saturday night's main event of 2025 will take place on November the 1 at the Delta Center in Salt Lake City, Utah. According to the Wrestling Observer newsletter, Seth Rollins will defend the World Heavyweight Championship against CM Punk in the main event of that show. It seems like the Visionary will continue his feud with the best in the world after losing to CM Punk and his wife AJ Lee in a mixed tag team match at WrestlePalooza. At Crown Jewel, Rollins will battle undisputed WWE Champion Cody Rhodes for the men's Crown Jewel title. The as we saw last night, as we saw what went down, and were you shocked? Were you surprised? Were you thrown off that Seth Rollins finally got the win over Cody Rhodes? The Wrestling Observer is also reporting that the WWE Women's Champion Tiffany Stratton will defend her title against Jade Cargill at the event. Drew McIntyre versus Jacob Fatu will determine Cody Rhodes' challenger at Survivor Series War Games is also planned for the event. Your thoughts, your comments, your opinions, and your emotions on all of that. Also, ESPN, which we all know is getting a lot of hate sometimes these days online for their grading and their review, but ESPN's WWE Crown Jewel grade slightly better than WrestlePalooza. The ESPN reviewer who caught serious heat for giving WrestlePalooza a C is back with his WWE Crown Jewel review, and this time he's given the show some serious credit. According to ESPN's heel, the event got off to a slow start but rallied thanks to a standout performance and storytelling that stuck the landing. ESPN and this heel person handed WWE Crown Jewel an overall B grade with one match standing above the rest, and that would be, of course, the phenomenal AJ Styles versus the great John Cena. The women's tag team match were both strong and an anchored, memorable bounce back for WWE after a middling wrestling palooza. Heel also gave John Cena versus AJ Styles an A grade, calling it the clear standout of the night. A love letter to wrestling. He said it was the perfect way to end WWE's most iconic rivalries. The women's tag team match with Rhea Ripley, Io Sky versus Asuka and Kairi Sane earned a B grade, with Hale calling it fun and fast-paced that brought serious energy. Cody Rhodes versus Seth Rollins also landed a B, with Hale praising the story being told, even if it wasn't the duo's most electric outing. He said it confirmed Rollins as WWE's top heel. Things weren't all glowing, though. He also graded Roman Reigns versus Bronson Reed's Australian street fight a C, calling it average and formulaic. The lowest rated match of the night went to Tiffany Stratton versus Stephanie McCurr, which was labeled as rushed and disappointing. That match received a C-, making it the weakest match on the card. Coming off the backlash he got for panning WrestlePalooza, it's clear Hale felt Crown Jewel was a step forward. Whether fans agree with him this time is another story. Do you think WWE Crown Jewel deserved the grade it got from ESPN? Some would say in the comment section, honestly, I give the show a C. Outside of the Cena versus AJ match, I wasn't impressed. I have to catch it tomorrow, especially Cena versus Styles. It was a decent show as far as a straightforward wrestling-focused show. Other than that, Jey Uso accidentally cost him Roman Reigns' match. It didn't really do anything to further any storylines. Some say it was trash. Is he friends with Tony Khan or something? ESPN is used to knowing the results of other sports beforehand, so they're mad that Triple H won't give him a hint beforehand. The ESPN reviewer who caught serious heat for giving WrestlePalooza a C. Serious heat from who? This is over-exaggerating. And again, viewers, here on the show, we always remember those that paved the way. And some were calling for the WWE's death. the death nail, saying that Creative and Triple H were out of touch, they were out of tune, saying that the WWE was in its dying days. Over the last several weeks, we've been hearing the criticism, the backlash due to Triple H and his booking. We have seen fans be very critical, calling for the death of the WWE. Well, I think the death of the WWE was overmatched, overstimulated, over-exaggerated. Because I think, as you said, the WWE was dying. I think the WWE is coming back once again. That's what passed away. That was the passing away. I think that this is just the rebuild, the regeneration of world wrestling entertainment. Because again, everyone's saying, oh, this is the death nail. This is the final nail in the coffin of the WWE. The WWE is going to pass away. Well, again, I think the WWE is going to be passing with flying colors, and they have rejuvenated themselves, and they have answered back to the critics and the haters and the naysayers for them that were calling for the death of the WWE. Some were saying it was going to be a tragic scene. It was going to be unbelievable. But instead, it is going to be unmistakable, because I think the WWE is showing that it can bounce back when it's back as the company, as its company is against the wall. There will be no downfall. Subscribe, with plenty more to come, because if it weren't for you, there certainly would be no Seanzview. The switch is always going to be on. Has the WWE turned the corner? Is the WWE really dead, or is it just surviving? Is it shredding? Plenty more to come. Subscribe.